Next one, a new protocol, one more protocol is called as token ring. The token ring was actually developed by a company called as IBM during 1970. The token ring supports a speed up to 16 Mbps. Token ring actually using a technique called as token passing scheme to access media. A media access can be controlled by a token passing scheme. How actually the token ring works? I will explain with some explanation here. In token ring, we are using one empty frame called as token. That token actually circulates in circular fashion in different devices on the network. When any station receives the token, a device appends data to the token and transmit it across the network. The other device on the network just check the destination address. Whenever the data frame occurs, it receives it and check the destination address. If the device that matches the destination address, it will just extract the data from the data frame. Otherwise, it will just reject it and send it to the next station. As the original data frame received by the destination, it sent that data frame to the source station. Once the original data frame continues circulating on the network and reaches the source device checks the data frame and recognize that the data has originated from it. Means whenever the source received the data frame, it understood that the data frame is sent by itself, because the data frame contains the source address as well as destination address. Once it receives the data frame, it releases the token to the next device. The important point you have to remember is, in token ring length, the device can hold the token only until the original data frames come back to the source device. How actually the token ring works, I will explain with some diagram here. Now see, the node A want to transmit a data to node D. How actually the transmission occurs? A packet called as token is just circulating over this circular line here. Okay, it's a ring. In this ring, the token is circulating. If the node A want to transmit the data, it has to wait for the token. Whenever it receives the token, it will add the data to this token and add the source address, destination address, and some additional redundancy code to this frame and generate one data frame and send it to the destination. Here the node B and node C will just reject it, because the destination address of this data frame is not for B as well as C. Only the node D accept the frame as the destination address is for D. Once it receives the data frame, it just extract the data from the data frame and receive it. The remaining data frame is send it to the next station. Node F just reject it and send it to the node A. Once node A receives it, Once node A receives it, it just create a one token. It will just remove the data frame, create a token, and send it to the next computer. Now the node B can transmit the data if it has to send some data. Like that it will works in the token ring. Now I will explain some more detail here. If the node A want to transmit 4 data frames, that is PQRS data frames, to node D. First it will send, whenever it receives the token, it will add that P data to the token and send it to the node D. Once whenever the data frame P is received by the node D, at the same time the node A send the other 2 frames, that is Q and R, is transmitted over a media. This P is actually received by the node D and the data is extracted here. The data is extracted and the remaining data frame is transmitted over this line to node A. Now see, whenever this P data is received here, whenever the data frame P is received here, this node A has to release the token. Now the node A is ready for transmitting the frame S. Node A is ready for transmitting the frame S, but P frame is already received. The P frame means the frame which is sent by node A. It is to release the token. So only the 3 data frames, that is P, Q, R, is actually delivered to the node D. Once it is delivered, the token is released here. Whenever the node P is received here, it just release the token. If it has to transmit the S, again node A has to wait. Now the question arises, why this node A want to release the token? Why it is not release this data frame to the node D? The reason is, to overcome the monopoly of a particular station, means if the node A want to transmit many frames, data frames, all the other node has to wait until all the data frame is transmitted by the node A. So the node A is just do the monopoly of this data transmission. To overcome such problems, whenever the first frame sent by the node A is received, it just release the token and give the chance to the next station for data transmission. Like that, the process continues.